The story begins in the shadow of Eden, where humanity's first parents, Adam and Eve, now live a life far removed from the paradise they once knew. The memory of Eden lingers, not as a dream, but as a profound ache in their souls. Yet amidst the toil, they find hope in their descendants, a promise whispered by God, that through their seed, restoration would come. And Adam lived 130 years, and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. Genesis 5-3. This lineage, recorded in Genesis 5, is not a mere genealogy, but the unfolding of God's redemptive plan through the generations. Adam's firstborn, Cain, had brought bloodshed into the world by slaying his brother, Abel. But then came Seth, the appointed one. Through Seth, humanity's hope for reconciliation with God was rekindled, and Seth lived 105 years, and begat Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord. Genesis 4:26. In Seth's line, faith was not forgotten. His children became the first to call on the name of the Lord, a flicker of light in a darkening world. The descendants of Seth were not ordinary men. They lived extraordinary lives, their years stretching to centuries. Adam lived to see 9 centuries, bearing witness to the vastness of God's creation and the spread of his descendants. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. Genesis 5-5. The ages of these patriarchs Seth, Enos, Cainan, Mahalalel, and Jared echoed their significance in preserving God's promise through the lineage of faith. Among the descendants was Enoch, a man who did not merely live, he walked with God. His life was unlike any other, marked by a closeness to the divine. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Genesis 5:24. The mystery of Enoch's life and his departure from the earth inspired awe and reverence. Enoch's story became a beacon, reminding future generations of the possibility of intimacy with the Creator. Methuselah, the son of Enoch, became a symbol of God's patience. His 969 years were a testament to the enduring mercy of the Lord, delaying judgment so that humanity might turn back to him. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. Genesis 5:27. Methuselah's name, meaning his death shall bring, hinted at the coming flood, a sobering reminder of the consequences of humanity's choices. Lamech, Methuselah's son, looked at the brokenness of the world and longed for redemption. When his son was born, he named him Noah, prophesying a future of rest and renewal. And he called his name Noah, saying, "This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed." Genesis 5:29. Noah's birth was a promise that the story of mankind was far from over. Through him, a new chapter in God's plan would begin. Genesis 5 is not just a record of names and years. It is the story of God's unwavering commitment to humanity. Through this lineage, the promise of redemption was preserved, weaving through the centuries and culminating in the Messiah, Jesus Christ. The genealogy of Genesis 5 serves as a reminder that every name, every life, and every generation is part of a greater plan. It is the story of hope, of faithfulness, and of the God who walks with his people even in their fallen world.